Morning, ladies. We're here again for episode of Ministry Nuggets, single, saved, but not celibate. Well, I'm sorry, saved, single, but not celibate. Um, I did receive some feedback from a person that watched the video and realized that what they were doing was not correct. And that in itself is rewarding, that even if just one of my sisters came to the realization of what was going on, what the enemy was doing to them. Woohoo! So I am happy about that. Um, so as we discussed earlier, we are told you're going to hell, you're going to hell. But when you in the throes of what you're doing, and I think the they always say about old men, he died happy. You really don't care um, if that's your end result and somebody's just screaming that at you all the time. So that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to direct you into getting your destiny, into getting into your blessings. And again, this is for my saved sisters. Now, if you're not saved, you haven't accepted Christ, you're doing what you want to do anyway. So this is not for you. This is for my saved sister who the enemy is trying to keep you from having your destiny, having your blessings, and getting the fullness of your salvation. Because let's take it this way. Another trick the enemy is trying to fool my sisters with is if he put a ring on, it's okay. No, sweetie, it's still not okay for you to sleep with him. Even if y'all engaged, even if he's your fiance, you're still not married until the preacher says, I now pronounce you man and wife, and you have both said, I do. You are not married. God is still holding you accountable for your sin. Even if you lay down at night after y'all have finished your act and do your Our Father and you ask for forgiveness, there's no sacrifice for you because you are willfully committing sin. That's a willful act. So there's no more sacrifice for you. So understand that you are crucifying Christ afresh when you willfully do this every time. So no, it doesn't cover you because he has asked you to marry him. No, it doesn't cover you because you have his ring on your finger. You still are not married. You are living in sin. And your blessings will be blocked. You're not sure this marriage is even going to happen. So sometimes the enemy, and okay, since I've always told y'all I was taking this, I was going to give y'all personal and I was going to be transparent. I was engaged before I got married to my husband. And this guy was in the church. We were engaged and he was in the church. Again, y'all, he know better, I know better. But oh, it's okay. No, it's not. And this was a few years after I accepted Christ. So I done went through that process. Y'all, if you remember from the earlier video, well, I know better. I know what God has said to me. I know what he feels. And 2 years down the road, I fall into that trap of we're engaged. And of thinking what everybody is not okay. So, and it wasn't a continuous thing. It happened twice during our engagement. And the conviction again. And then the second time I was like, this dude ain't trying to live right. He know better. We know better. We didn't had this discussion. We know better. So I saw that he wanted to willfully sin. I wasn't willfully sinning with you. I wasn't going down that road. So I didn't let him take me down that road. And thank God I didn't marry him, because I would have missed the blessing that I have now. So I know it happens. As I said, it happened to me, and I was still in sin. Went back to sin. I wasn't willfully sinning, and God forgave me because I came out of it. I was like, no. So I came out of it to get back on the path. Now, did he push my husband back? Yeah. Well, that time that I wasted with him, it actually was time wasted with him, because I was in that, well, I want to have a husband, I want to be married, I want to have a man too, just like the people around me that I was seeing. So I was willing to compromise and take that. We're not going to be cruel about it, but it wasn't what I wanted. But to say that you're married because everybody looking at you when you got these 3 kids and no husband, and I done finally found somebody that will marry me. There's so many things, my sisters, I know that we fall prey to because we're lonely, because we want somebody to be there. But as I told you, please do it the right way. The word tells us, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. I'm giving you that knowledge so you won't perish. I'm giving you the information that can take you out of this trap today. I'm imploring you to take it. I just wrote down some scriptures that really just rolled through my head. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. So this was something I learned when I was dating. However you get a man, and y'all know that's what the world say. However you get him, if you steal him, that's how you gonna lose him. So the Bible said, whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. So if that's what you sowed, you gonna reap that. And yes, I've had that happen too. Taking somebody's boyfriend, thinking we did something because we were all this and we were sexier and smart, and you're not gonna have him long. And it's not gonna be easy to keep him, because if that's the way you got him, trust me, sister, somebody else gonna come and get him the same way. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Sorry, but that's how the cookies crumbles. Whatever you do to somebody else, you just wait, it's gonna come back on you. So I learned to stop sowing destruction because I didn't want to reap it anymore. So when I learned to start seeking after wisdom and knowledge from God to become the woman that I needed to be to attract the man that he wanted me to have, that's when things start turning. You can't be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and think you're going to get a good man. You can't be stalking people and think you're going to get a good man. It's not going to happen. You can't be out half naked all the time and think you're going to get a good, godly man, because that's not who they looking for. And it's a shame to say, and we all have seen it, but they will use you and do whatever they want to with you. As soon as the good godly woman come along, the actual, not just pretending, but that godly woman who's living and doing what she's supposed to be according to God's word, that's the one that he goes and marries. And those of you that are in the church, well, I'm in the church, but you are not living according to God's word. You just in the church. You show up, you listen to what halfway being said, and then you go on back to what you're doing Monday through Saturday. That's not living according to God's word. You got to do it God's way. He said, present your body as a living sacrifice. You have to sacrifice, not giving in to your flesh. You have to be obedient in what God is saying. Obedience is better than you sacrificing your destiny. Again, I will never sit and tell any woman. I had lunch with dinner with a young lady the other night. Now, I told her, the young ladies that I mentor, y'all, I be real with them. I tell them the unadulterated truth. Sometimes they be surprised. I want you to know the truth because I wasn't told the truth, baby. I told her, I said, I know what it, yeah. So I know what you're fighting, but you're going to have to fight. If you want to be free, you got to fight. You have to learn how to fight to get free because the enemy not just going to let you go, people. You have to fight for your freedom from him. It's not just, oh Lord, I accept you, I'm saved, and go sit down. Honey, that's when the enemy coming. You finna learn how to box now. You gonna either learn how to fight or you just gonna give into it. So you have to have the will that I'm gonna fight through this. I fought through. I fought through the engagement to who I didn't need to be with. Before him, I fought through. It was so funny. I'm going to tell y'all this. There was a minister that came to my apartment right after I had received Christ. Remember I told y'all about the enemy will dress it up real good? Now, this minister came from preaching at 12 o'clock at night, calling me, telling me he want to come by and see me. Now, I'm already starting to shake because it's 12 o'clock. And when I tell y'all this man was fine and he looked good. See, the enemy, he dressed. Not only did he give him the qualities that I like, but then he gave him green eyes on top of it. Lord have mercy. So I'm in this battle before he even gets there. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna. Lord, I really don't want this man to come in here. But it's 12 o'clock at night. Where can I go? Who can I call? I was there. So he comes in and he asked me to massage him because he was so tired from preaching. And so I began to massage him. I'm on my couch. He's sitting on the floor massaging his shoulders. Okay, no problem. And he asked me, do I have any lotion? Y'all, I go upstairs in my apartment and get the lotion. I come back down. This man ain't got on his clothes. He down to his Speedo. All that fineness. And I said, no, you got to go. I'm not doing this. You got to go. And he was so shocked. But I put that brother out. Called my best friend, who was a guy at the time. I said, I didn't do it. I didn't sleep. He said, God is so proud of you and I am too. And I just had the best feeling that as fine as that man was, that I made it through that. I made it through. So I see I'm going on 14 minutes. I'm a longer than I usually am. I got to get off here. But y'all, I want y'all to fight. I'm telling you, when we get on down to when I got engaged to my husband and he came back around my life, you'll see it's gonna be well worth it. But you got to fight first. You got to make up in your mind that I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna get to the place that God has for me to, so I can be able to receive my husband. All right, that's my ministry nugget for today. Y'all be blessed. See you next time.